Herkese merhabalar. L.A Noire'un ikinci bölümüyle sizlerle birlikteyiz. Konsolosun Arabası adlı bölümdeyiz şu anda. Central Police Station'da.
Okay, we're gonna keep this short. I'm already late for the DA. First up, Phelps, Bukowski. We got a report of a brand new Packard abandoned in an empty lot off 2nd Street between Olive and Grand.
Evet.
DR is one
Çalıntı araba
Oswald
trafik
Jacobs
masasındaydık
says
en
the
son.
vehicle was dumped in his backyard. There's a patrolman on site. Get down there and see what you can turn up. Any questions? Good. Get going.
Belki vardı. Hemen niye geçiyorsun?
Better go earn our pathetic wages. Rimsky, O'Halloran. Intelligence has information on a stolen car racket.
Evet.
An abandoned vehicle.
Trafik masası vardı sanırım. Aynen. Cinayet masası,
Sounds like
ahmet
there's
masası
more
ve
to it than
kundakçılık.
Nobody dumps a shiny new Packard unless they borrowed it without asking.
You don't say. You're on fire today, Einstein.
Very funny.
Come on, my intense protege. Let's go save the world.
Bu sefer arabayı ben süreyim. Bundan önceki bölümde full Stefan Bekowski'yi sürdürmüştük. Şimdilik bir sürelim. Atla hadi. Dur, anam yanlış tuşa bastım. Bin. Mükemmel dönüş.
You hear about Adrian? Brought in
Adrian
Seattle
olayını
threw him
duydun
out.
mu?
Wife says she's gonna take him back. Women generally show more compassion.
What are you talking about? Adrian dumped on her. He was humping the secretary.
Margaret should show some pride. Pride comes before a fall, Bukowski.
Bundan önceki görevi güzel yapmıştık. Bir soruyla kaybettik ya. Böyle tam mükemmel bir şekilde. Neyse o da nazarlık olsun.
Phelps, traffic.
I'm Officer Houlihan. Car's down the alleyway, detectives.
We got a call about an abandoned vehicle.
Yes, sir. The car has flags. Might be some kind of diplomatic vehicle?
Has anyone touched this vehicle since you arrived?
No. And that Jacobs bird over there was on station before I got here.
We'll talk with him in a moment. Give us some time to look the place over.
Sure, take your time. He's a sore-headed old son of a bitch
Biraz
anyway.
tuhaf. Son of a bitch ha. Tamam. Evet, şimdi müziklerimiz gene başladı.
We'll have to use the registration to trace the owner.
Tamam. Lastikleri sökmüşler. Ama bijon anahtarı yok.
Stealing the wheels is for amateurs. Car ring would have stripped it in a warehouse.
Tamam, çıkalım. Bagaja bakalım bir.
Empty.
Bu seferki biraz daha zor mu olacak diyelim bakalım bir. Packard Creeper.
It's owned by the
Arjantin
Argentinian
Konsolosu'na
embassy.
ait. Buradan bir şey çaldı. Bayram biri eksik.
They must have taken the flag as a souvenir. Can't have any street value.
Bir de burada bir şey var.
Combination wrench.
Bijon
Must have used
anahtarı.
it to remove the wheel lugs.
Bir arama işlemimizi gerçekleştirelim.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Could you run the name Dewey Brothers?
Dewey Brothers.
Possibly a dealership or car mechanics workshop.
One moment.
Packard
Dewey Brothers
Otomotiv.
Packard Dealership, 629 Figueroa Street.
Got it. Thanks, ma'am.
Tamam. Şimdi etrafta acaba başka bir şey var mı? Şunlar bir şeylere daha bakıyor ama.
Junk.
Kadına sorabiliriz aslında bir şeylerle.
I don't know why you're doing that, buddy, but I wish you'd stop.
Ablacım bir şey soruyoruz alt tarafa ya. Polisiz yani. Sanki kötü bir şey yapıyormuşuz gibi. Neyse şu dayıyı sorgulamaya gidelim be.
Oswald Jacobs?
That's right.
What exactly happened here, Mr. Jacobs?
Last night, I was looking out of my window. I like to keep an eye on what's going on.
I can understand that.
You see this empty lot? Damn kids play stickball here. Always breaking my windows. Always asking for their ball back.
Can we get back to the car, Mr. Jacobs?
Don't be
Bence de.
impatient, Sonny. Anyways,
Sonny mi?
last night I see this brand spanking new Packard up on bricks.
65 yaşında
Did you see
erkek.
who stole the Packard?
Hell yes, I did. I saw 3 goddamn Mexicans going to work on it.
Doğru gibi ya.
Can you tell us what they were doing?
Using the headlights of an old
Farları
Ford so they
kullanarak
could
aracı
strip the
parçalamaya
thing.
başladılar.
I yelled out to them, I'll call the cops. So they loaded up their
Bunlar da
car
olarak
and drove
İspanyolca.
off, tooting and hollering and yelling obscenities at me in Mexican.
You speak Spanish, sir?
No, I do not.
After the Mexicans left, you didn't go anywhere near the car?
After I scared them off? No, I didn't go anywhere near that car.
Bana şey gibi geldi, şüpheli geldi.
You went out to the car. Once they were gone, you had to take a look for yourself.
I was curious. Ain't no law against that. So what if I took a look around that car? You can't be accusing me of nothing.
Burası
Tell me about the
şüpheli.
car they were driving.
It was an old Ford. I didn't catch the license number.
Doğru.
You look like the kind of guy who notices details.
You're right there. The car was old, but it looked brand new. Candy apple red paint job stands out a mile.
What exactly did you see them take?
They was working on the tires. That's all that was took.
Şüpheli ya.
Right. So what did you take, Jacobs? Do you want my partner to pat you down?
I found a notebook in the glove compartment. I was going to show you. It's on the chair on my porch.
Niye bunu daha önce
Thank you for your help,
söylemiyorsun?
Mr. Jacobs. You can speak to Officer Thibault about signing a formal statement.
When you get the car out of the way, maybe you could come back and do something about those kids.
How about we bring you an umpire's match?
Şimdiki şu var değil mi? 1947 ajandası. John Madsen.
Okay, so we have the owner of the vehicle, a degenerate. I'll run John Madsen by R&I.
Dur bir dakika daha detaylı incele derken. Bir şey mi vardı onda?
Contact details on a William Dewey. This looks like business rather than pleasure.
Tamam.
What now?
I think we've wrung this place dry. Let's find a game well.
Reis tutturuyor ya. Bir daha kullanılmış tampeli.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you put me through to Michigan 2458, please?
Connecting you now.
Ne yapacağız ki şimdi?
Hello, can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. Can I speak to John Madsen, please?
He's at school, officer. What's this about? Is he in trouble?
How old is your boy, ma'am?
Just turned 16.
Aman
Wrong
olsun,
person,
yeni
Mrs.
girdi.
Madsen. Sorry to disturb you.
Messages, please.
There's just one message for you, Detective. A four-door Packard, diplomatic license number Paul Robert
4 kapı çalıntı Packard.
706 was reported missing this morning by Juan Francisco
Edilmiş bu
Valdez.
salağa karşı.
Could you have him brought in?
He's already here at Central, Detective. He's demanding an audience, as he calls it.
Thanks. Can you get a message to Captain Leary? Tell him we'll be in as soon as we can. Thank you.
Tamam. Şimdiki öncelikle ama şu
Can you cordon off this lot until we have the vehicle impounded?
Yes, sir, Detective.
We'll follow up on the owner. Get a statement from
Bekaski,
Jacobs,
sen
and I'll
sürer
read the
misin
report
be?
back at the station.
Bros Otomotiv'e gidelim önce. İlk önce işimizi burada bir halledin. Oradan emniyete geçeriz.
This has got to be the 50th abandoned vehicle call we have caught this year. One more, and I'm going to go crazy.
Not your favorite cases?
You kidding me? This is barely even police work. Of all the bad guys in this city, we get lumped with the ones who can't even be bothered to keep what they steal.
Yani haklısın. Davy Bros Otomotiv hadi. Ha bu şeyde de introdaki yer.
Don't tell me, let me guess. You were making your way past the lot, caught sight of the new model 4-door, and couldn't help yourself. You could see yourself in that car and just had to take a closer look. Well, I can't say as I blame you.
LAPD, Mac. We'd like to speak with the owner.
That's me, William Dewey, proprietor, at your service.
We're investigating the theft of a Packard belonging to the Argentine embassy. Are you missing a combination wrench?
I don't know, Detective, but I know how we can find out. Follow me.
Hadi bakalım. Dur, bunu niye açtım ben?
We keep all our tools in here.
Bütün arkadaşlar burada.
Be my guest. You sure you guys aren't interested in a new car? Huh? Maybe a used car. I have some nice used cars for guys in your wage bracket.
Şimdi bir dur.
Why don't you give us some alone time, Dewey? Go sell some cars or whatever it is that you do here.
Dur o değil lan.
That's not
Şu. Allah Allah acaba neden? Gabriel.
One left.
Gabriel'de bir tane eksik var. 3'e 4.
Gabriel Delgado is missing a 3/4.
Ne işimiz yok. Tamam burada çekici ne yapalım ya. Vasıta yapmak için koymuşlar var ya. Tamam şimdi şu adamla bir konuşalım da.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions. Packards are great cars, but this doesn't look like the kind of place favored by foreign embassies. How do you know Valdez?
I don't know Valdez. The embassy bought the car. All I know is he must know a quality car when he sees one.
I've had just about enough of you, Dewey.
Abi yanlış
What's
yaptık
the
dur ya.
angle with Valdez?
The embassy bought the car. When it comes in for service, Valdez picks it up. That's it.
Where can we find Delgado?
I don't know. He sure as hell isn't here.
Şüpheli.
Address, Dewey, or my partner shoves her head in a car door.
Okay, all right. Apartment 3, 103 Hill Street.
Heh adam oluyor öyle.
And tell him from me, if he ever shows his face around here again, I'm gonna kick his butt from here to Kingdom
Kes
Come.
lan küfür etme. Önümüzde biri küfür ediyor.
A wrench from this dealership was used to strip the wheels from a Packard last night, Mr. Dewey. A couple of Hispanics were seen taking parts.
We've had a spate of thefts ourselves. Comes with the location. Thieving bastards will steal anything the minute your back is turned.
What are you hiding, Dewey?
Ne
Spill it.
saklıyorsun oğlum?
You don't want the
Uğraştırma.
LAPD getting too interested in this place.
So I hire a few illegals. It's cheaper than hiring returning GIs. They have less attitude. Downside is they're a little light-fingered.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Dewey.
No problem. God damn that kid. I'm just an honest car salesman. Seems like you just don't know who you can trust these days.
Hadi
Going to
bakalım.
movies, Dewey. You're missing your calling. Time to visit Gabriel Delgado.
Bunu
See how
alamıyoruz
good
mu
his
ya?
excuse is.
Whoa, hold your horses there. Step into my office, son. We'll sign some
Çaldık bunu
papers.
ya.
Then that baby's yours.
Satın alıyoruz
You're
bunu
behind the
Bekowski. Dur ona değil ona değil. Buna binelim.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Bizim araç
Can you
dursun
drive to this
şimdilik. 46 model Packard.
You read this story in the Examiner about the Navy developing three-dimensional movies?
What's a dimension?
You know, like a graph. Vertical axis is Y and horizontal is X.
Well, that's clear as mud.
Hiçbir
Third
şey
dimension
anlamadım.
would be Z. So things would be popping out of the screen.
That's ridiculous. Scare people out of the theater. God's name would want that.
I don't know. People scoffed at the idea of talkies in color. Look what we have now.
Adam dedi almak ister misiniz dedi. Biz de seve seve aldık arabayı ya.
Do we have a Juan Francisco Valdez in for questioning?
Sure do, Phelps.
2 numaralı
Your bird's an
göğsün adına
interview
ayrıca
too.
belirtmek isterim ki zeki
Get
birine
this,
benziyor.
he's wearing gloves and doing his best not to touch anything. Can you beat that?
At edebilecek misiniz?
Sounds like we don't want to keep this guy waiting. It's this way.
Dur bir dakika araba orada duruyor mu? Öncelikle bir arabama bakmak istiyorum. Yeni satın aldığım. Oy. Da bizim diğer araba yok lan. Genelde spawn noktasına atarlar ama.
About time. Are you the senior officer I requested?
I'm Detective
Değilim.
Phelps and this is Detective Bukowski.
Have you any idea how long I've been waiting to speak with you?
İlgilendirmiyor
I am
hocam.
needed back at the consulate, and you keep me here like a common criminal.
All right, friend. Let's take a deep breath and start all over again.
Mr. Valdez.
Consul General, I insist on my full title.
Packard'ın eğlenceli.
Where did you purchase the car?
My secretary and driver arranged the purchase. A disreputable place, Dewey Brothers by name. As soon as I can have it arranged, I will have my Hispano Suiza brought up from Buenos Aires.
Not defteri diyelim. Çalıntı bir Packard. Not defteri, eski bir port, çalınmış bir yan anahtarı. Bence şüpheli ya. Daha bakalım da bir. Sekreterine şoför mü aldı? Pek hoş gözükmeyen bir yer. Arjantin konsolosluğu niye Packard atayım
Bought a
diyorlardı.
Packard, Valdez? A snob like you doesn't drive an American car. I want answers or I'll smack you around the teeth.
William Dewey offered me a substantial bribe to make a purchase at his establishment. It is not unusual to make this kind of transaction in the civil service.
Tell that to the Argentine taxpayers.
Tamam, güzel. Konsolosun
Consul
çalınması.
General, we have located your car. Can you tell us how it was stolen?
It must have been stolen from the consular garage. Terribly inconvenient, of course. I want the perpetrator soundly flogged.
Unfortunately,
Öyle bir
we
şey
don't do that
yapamazsın
here, your
yalnız.
worship.
Doğru mu? Şüpheli mi? Yalan değil yüksek ihtimalle de. Valdez'in not defteri. Eski bir port, çalınmış bir yan anahtarı. Hani doğru da olabilir, doğru olmayabilir. Tamam, Arjantin mahallesine onu bildirdik. Nasıl çalındığını anlatabilir misiniz? Büyük ihtimalle konsolosluk otoparkından çalıyorsa kötü bir durum tabii. Bana şüpheli geldi ya. Da doğru da olabilir.
You didn't use the car last night?
For dinner, yes. But it was back in the garage by 9.
Tüh. Yanlış yaptık. Yanlış yaptık ya. Neyse.
I can tell you're lying. Your lips are moving.
I'm kind of busy here, fellas. Move it along.
That bum took a swipe at me. I put him down with my sack.
You're behind the wheel.
Do we know where we're going?
Dur bir dakika. Burada hala işimiz bitmemiş demek ki. Adamla daha konuşabiliyor muyuz?
Yeah. No more questions. I am late
Yok.
for an important engagement.
Abi kötü yaptık ya.
When will you deliver my automobile?
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
Broadcasting from Los
Aslında şüpheli diyecektim de doğruya bastık ya.
Okay, let's see what Gabriel has to say for himself.
I just hope our archangel hasn't already flown.
What's going on?
Neyle?
What the hell is this guy doing?
Sen hayırdır?
leave him
Artist
be.
yapıyorsun. Geldi. Neyse gidelim.
cop. Seems like a decent guy.
Kötüsüz falan yok. Hepsi
Where
sarı
do
kollu.
you see a number 3 marked on that door?
Ha 3 numara. Pardon. Ben ne bileyim sarı pullu kapı vardı hepsinde. Gabriel'i arıyoruz.
Yeah,
LAPD, ma'am. We're looking for Gabriel Delgado.
Gabriel?
We're from the police. Policia.
Police.
You understand?
Yes, I understand. Could you come inside?
What is your name?
Ana Rodriguez.
Is Gabriel Delgado here, Ms. Rodriguez?
No. What do you want with Gabriel? Is he in trouble?
Stay where you are, Ms. Rodriguez. We need
Tamam.
to take a look around.
But he is not here. I have told you.
Check out the surrounds. I'll stay with the broad.
O burada değil.
So how far along are
Belli
you,
oluyor.
Anna?
Bayrağın biri burada.
Nearly 20 weeks.
Souvenirs are a dumb move.
Right. So how's it going to be when you go into labor and he's
Bayrağın
not
biri
around?
burada.
You are wrong about Gabriel. He will be a good father. Already he works hard to provide for us.
Difficult to tell whether it's the suspect vehicle
Unless
from
you
the
help
scene.
us here, Anna, your little one
Certainly
won't
give
see
you
a
a
papa
private
for a
room.
very long time.
Yanlış yazmışlar ama. Evet, 2 kişilik kahvaltı.
Serving breakfast for two, Anna? You should have cleared up.
Bayağı da sigara içmiş lan orada. Burada bir şey yok. Bir arka tarafa bakalım. Ha. Packard. Aynı lastikler.
It looks like Valdez gets his wheel back. Diplomatic license plates.
Buradaki bir anahtarı... Tamam, burada başka da bir şey yok. Eve geri gidelim. Kimlik.
You're in serious trouble, Miss Rodriguez.
But
Konuşmazsan
Gabriel
evet
is
öyle.
not here. I have done nothing wrong.
Tamam ablacığım konuş. Araç hırsızlığının
Why did
sebebi.
he steal the car, Anna?
The customer insulted him. He has his honor, no?
His honor, Anna?
Onurlu
He
bir
said to
hırsızlık
his
yapar
friend
mı
tried to
ablacığım?
make a woman out of him. He no longer respects this man, Dewey. He took the car to show this maricon that he is a man.
Allah Allah.
Tell us the truth, Anna. Has Gabriel been here?
I haven't seen him for at least 3 nights.
3 gecedir. Güzel yalan.
You keep lying to me, and I'll send you and your baby to jail.
He lives here, but he hasn't come home. I swear it.
İlla bize kanıt kullandıracak arkadaşım ya.
Enough, Anna. There are signs all over this place that he's been back.
He was here last night. I have never seen him so angry.
Bu kadar sinirli
He went
görmemiştim.
out to his shed and put some things in it.
Hı.
I don't know what and I don't want to know. I love him.
We found a license plate matching our stolen vehicle in the shed. Add in the assortment of parts, and we can make Gabriel for a dozen other thefts. It's time to get serious, Anna.
You must ask these questions of Gabriel. I know nothing of these car parts.
Yani biraz şüpheli ve doğru söylüyor gibi geldi ama bana şüpheli geldi ya.
Then tell us where he is. If your baby is born in prison, Anna, the corrections officers will take it from you. You will see your son or daughter through a metal grate for half an hour a week.
The start line is on 1st and Santa Fe. There is a spillway under the bridge that leads to the river.
Polis aracını sürüklüyor.
Many policia have wrecked trying to
Göreceğiz
follow.
bakalım.
We will put in a good word for you, Anna. As far as we're concerned, this sits with Gabriel.
Start line. That sounds like a street race to me. It's gotten out of hand this last year. No wonder
Abi orada konsolosla şey yaptık ya, yanlış yaptık.
We know where the kid is. Let's go
Evet,
stop
yeni
these
arabamızla
clowns and get
gidiyoruz
them off the
şimdi.
street.
Sen söylesene Bekowski.
You know the way. You can drive.
Dur bakalım
What kind of
Bekowski.
man leaves his pregnant girlfriend at home while he goes off to play cars?
Pregnant girlfriends aren't always a barrel of laughs. Everyone needs to let off a little steam. Some guys wouldn't come back home at all.
Are you talking from
Öyle.
experience?
Haklı.
There's the red Ford. That's Delgado right there.
Artık kendi arabamızı almışız.
Phelps, 1247. Requesting assistance at 1st and Santa Fe. Reports of an illegal...
Bas bas bas bas bas. Oy.
Stay on Delgado. He's getting away.
Tam yakalamaya çalışıyorum da arabaya
Gonna lose him.
kadar gidiyor.
Quick as we shut one of these races down, another one springs up. Kids used to steal cars to sell them. Now they just want to wrap them around a lamppost. The next 16-year-old I have to peel off the sidewalk, you're calling me. I've had enough of those to last me a lifetime.
Delgado is our boy. Forget the others.
Bizim arabamız o kadar hızlı değil. Adamdaki gibi. Buradan gitmeyelim de biz belki.
Step on it, Phelps. Take him out.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
Öyle yapıyoruz zaten.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
Biraz kötüyüm, ben de senin dediğin şeylerin aynısını yapmaya çalışıyorum
Damn
ama
it, Cole. Hold it steady.
vursam ne olur ki acaba?
Gabriel Delgado, you're
Seni
under
tane
arrest for
vurdum.
grand theft auto.
Fuck you, puto! You should speak to the maricon. Valdez, I showed him. Now who's the man? I should have burned his fucking car.
Lan oğlum. Vurun şuna bir tane. Konuşmasın daha fazla.
You got a foreign dignitary outed as a fruit and a kitty raper, a car dealer we're gonna let slide for the kickbacks, and a street punk car thief who sure as hell won't be taking liberties with other people's autos again anytime soon. That, Detective Phelps, is not a bad haul.
Evet.
Keep your chin low, your
Eyvallah.
hands high, and you keep bringing me clearances just like that one. That's textbook policing, and we need more of it in this department.
Sağ olun efendim. Görevimiz. Hadi gidip bir drink alalım. Bekaski. Evet, bunların ipuçları hepsini bulmuşuz. Bir tek 2 soruda hata yapmışız. Ondan nazarlık olsun diyelim bakalım bu seferlik gene. Bir bölüm daha oynasak mı? Yoksa bölüm bölüm mü atsak bilemedim ama hadi bir bölüm daha oynayalım. Ama bundan sonrakileri herhalde bölüm bölüm atarız.
You have any plans for weekend Liberty, Jack?
My sisters have been working in Los Angeles in a bomber factory. They're coming down to visit. I'm meeting them at the station at 6.
Good for you, Jack. Are they cute?
They're my sisters, Hank.
Attention! Final inspection before Liberty. Good job, Kelso.
Aferin Kelso. Niye tek Kelso'nunkini kontrol etti?
Are we going somewhere, gentlemen? Full inspection. It had better be exceptional if any of you want liberty this weekend.
Kelso'ya takmışlar ya.
This carbine. The bore is dirty.
No, it isn't.
Are you arguing with me, Kelso?
Do what you need to do, Sergeant. You know the bore is immaculate.
Weekend liberty canceled. 2-day field drill. Clean this rifle.
No.
Do you know the penalty for insubordination, Kelso?
Jack, don't do it.
Forget him, Hank. He doesn't have what it takes.
Are you two finished? Are you going to clean this rifle?
No, Sergeant. Cole is right. I'm going to stop playing games and join a rifle company and fight the real enemy.
Kelso biraz burnu dik, biraz da cennetteki evlilik. Made in heaven. Aha. Üf. Bok torbası gibi uçtu yalnız var ya. İyi sürüklendi ya.
All right, gentlemen, I just got this handed to me. A hit-and-run felony at Ray's Cafe, 208 North Los Angeles. Got a patrolman on site. The coroner's on his way. Get down there, see if you can find any witnesses who can put a make on the car.
I was door knocking all
Hadi
morning,
gidelim.
but I got a make on the car.
Yalnız adam
again.
ne uçtu lan öyle.
That bum took a swipe at me.
İnlerin açılmış davalar mühendisliğini tekrar oynayabilir. Tamam, oynanabilirmiş. Oynayabiliriz yani bunu bir daha.
Straight through the red light. Said she never saw it.
Ne bakıyorsun birader? Problem mi var?
I swear, this town is going straight to hell. I don't need this. They weren't even his print. You're a real asshole. You know that? I don't want to be rude, but I ain't got time for talking.
Yeni aldığımız arabamız yok. Tüh. Hadi olay yerine ben süreyim. Bundan sonraki yerlere sen sürüyorsun Bekaski. Hadi nerede lan bu? Oğlum nerede lan bu?
I got the jitters again.
Oğlum ya Rabbim ya, glitch olmuş. Sen bir gelsene şöyle. Hah ya, ben de niye 2 saattir gelmiyor diyorum.
Parker or Green? I don't know who these were.
I was door knocking all morning, but I got a make on the car again.
Şimdi gelirsin artık hadi. Heh.
Looks like the DA is going to press charges.
Şikayetçiler ana vergi göze hapse gidebilir.
I'll speak to the DA. She suffered enough.
I don't know, Cole. She's an easy make, and the DA likes conviction.
I'll convince him.
Yani kadının aslında çok bir suçu yoktu
How do
ama
you do that?
I'll give him something better.
onurlu davranış falan filan değişik konuşuyor adam. Evet, bir vurkaç davası güzel. Bu sarar işte. Çalıntı araba kovalamaktansa.
Detectives, over here.
Geldik.
Cole Phelps, traffic. What have we got?
Thick as a white male named Lester Patterson.
Lester
Walked out of the
Patterson.
bar and into the street. Car hit over there, and he ended up here, dead on impact by the look of it.
Have you canvassed the area?
The only one with anything useful to
Another
contribute is the
picture
young lady
of
over
an
there.
expert.
She lives above the bar. Name is Shannon Perry. No, it's not a stage name. 24 years old, she left Kansas to follow the yellow brick road.
Is that so?
We'll take a formal statement later. Right now, we're going to take a look around.
Öncelikle etrafa mı? Neyse önce cesede bakalım. Bir de şapkasına bakalım ya. Belki şapkasının içinde bir şeyler vardır. Bazen oluyor yani. Boş.
Phelps? Landed on his face and ended up here.
Buraya kadar
Car must have struck him
sürüklenmiş.
from behind.
Duran adam bize bir şey
What have
demişler.
you got on the victim?
Direkt cesedin üstüne
From all reports,
çöktük.
he was intoxicated at the time of the accident. I don't know how intoxicated once
Otopsi
they've done the
hakkında sonra tam
autopsy.
olarak söyleyebilirim. Şu an
Looking him over
söyleyeceğim
now,
tek şey
I'd say he died on
tamam.
impact.
What about the chest wound? Isn't that inconsistent?
Very common in auto injuries. Look for a car with a prominent hood ornament. Those things are killers.
Yani cinayet değil. California Fire and Life. Sevgili saygıdeğer Mr. Patterson, haftalık 3.70 olan hayat sigortasını haftalık 5,90 sente çekmişler. Normalde $10.000'mıştı, $16.000 çıkmış. What the fuck demiş sigorta kağıdı.
Patterson has life insurance.
Falan da filan. Diğer cepte bir şey.
You catch all the good ones, Phelps.
We can notify next of kin. Body traveled a good 20 feet. This blood is a long way from the body. Car must have been going like a bat out of hell. So the driver managed to brake before the impact.
It's all yours, Detective.
Miss Perry?
Yes?
I'm Detective Phelps. This is my partner, Detective Bukowski. Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I came to the window because I heard people arguing downstairs.
Then what happened?
I saw a car hit that poor man and knock him down the street.
What kind of car was it?
A dark red Lincoln Continental.
Did you see the license plate?
Only the first three letters, I'm afraid. 3C8.
more about the argument you heard.
Well, there were two voices. A man and a woman, that's all.
Why are you holding out on us, Miss Perry?
I'm sorry. I was hoping to tell my story to the newspapers. I'd like to get my picture in the paper. Trying to find work as an actress, and things are pretty difficult.
Cough it up, sister. We don't have all night.
People arguing? They were husband and wife. I could tell by what she was yelling. Intimate things. Very embarrassing for the man.
Thank you, Miss Perry. Your information has been very helpful. You can go now.
You really think so? I hope you find that driver and put him away.
You certainly got away with the dames, Phelps.
Give it a rest, Bukowski.
Let's see what the patrons have to say.
I'll take the bartender. You work the rest of the room. I'm Detective Phelps of the LAPD.
How can I help, Detective?
Name would be a good start.
Dudley Lynch. Hired help. I run the place when the owner ain't around.
Where is the owner?
He stepped out. Somebody had to take Lorna, Mrs. Patterson, home.
What can you tell me about the accident?
Not a lot. It was busy in here, and all I heard was the impact.
So what was he doing outside? It's against licensing regulations to drink on the sidewalk.
Lester and Lorna were having a fight. The owner made him take it outside. It was pretty ugly.
Do you know the victim?
Yeah. Lester Patterson. He's a regular here, or he was.
Not one of your favorite customers?
Lester was special, but not my kind of special.
Was Lester drinking alone?
No. He came here with his wife. She didn't seem too interested in the booze, though.
A witness overheard an argument.
Lester and Lorna. There's nothing like airing your dirty laundry in public, is there?
Why was Lorna Patterson in such a hurry to leave? What is going on here?
Lorna was pretty upset, so Leroy took her home. Lorna and Leroy are close. They've been talking about opening a new bar.
Leroy?
Leroy Sabo, the owner.
How long have Lorna and Leroy been talking about this new bar?
Who knows? I just served the drinks.
Bartenders hear all sorts of things. Are you going to tell me, or do we have to start playing rough?
When Lester was drinking, he treated Lorna like dirt. He gambled away all their money. Lorna pitched Leroy about the bar. I don't know how interested he is.
Is Leroy doing well?
Hell no. The only thing keeping this place afloat are the poker games.
Thanks for your help, Lynch. I'm going to need you to sign a statement with the patrolman.
Sure, no problem.
You get anything out of the regulars?
They weren't giving too much away. They liked watching Lester and Lorna go a few rounds every other day. And Lester was a fan of the love tap.
So this is why everybody comes to Ray's. knife covered in blood.
Could be a steak knife. This is a hit-and-run case, Phelps. Anyone could have thrown away a kitchen knife.
In any case, we'll want tech services to scrub the alleyway before they bag the knife.
Careful where you're stepping, Phelps. I don't come down to the station house and tap dance on your desk.
All these people? Vultures, officer. Tell me what's going on.
I swear, this town is going straight to hell.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need to run a partial license plate, 3 Charles 8. Cross-check possible Lincoln owners. Suspect vehicle is a red Lincoln Continental.
Just a moment, Detective. Only one possible make on that license. Registered to a William Shelton, 738 West Temple Street.
Thanks.
Looks like we caught a break on this one.
I want to see. Excuse me, officer, I want to see.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
Can you tell me what happened?
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Lester and I met on a furlough in '44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here, and
I beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
You expect me to believe that, Lorna. It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. Kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Admit it, you were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
The bartender said that you and Leroy were planning to go into business together. Can you explain how you'll get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
You're being economical with the truth, Lorna.
You want to back that up, little man?
You increased the premium on Lester's life insurance. GI insurance policies have a $10,000 payout.
It was Leroy's idea. Lester lived on the edge. He was always getting into fights, crap games, pinochle, you name it. Turns out it was good advice.
It speaks to motive and premeditation, Lorna.
You're forgetting the hit and run detective.
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Any messages?
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Pattison autopsy.
Thanks for your help. Can you drive to this one?
So, where do you want to go?
We can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week.
You'd be making a big mistake.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him. 2 puncture wounds to the right side of the thorax. Second puncture reached his heart.
You're kidding me.
Been doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes.
He was stabbed to death?
Long, sharp knife. Length of a bayonet.
We found a knife in the alleyway.
Where is it now? Was it bagged?
By Patrolman Kaplan.
Perfect. I'll get you a definite match.
Jesus, we got him. Murder 1. We were right there and they tried to stare us down. Now they'll both get the gas chamber. We have the knife, we have the coroner's report, and I bet we could roll Sabo as a witness. Let's bring her in.
You're behind the wheel.
All right. Where to?
Spoken to the coroner, Mrs. Pattison. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna.
Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand jury.
Nice of you to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear telling me how we had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
you had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up!
bases covered, baby.
I had nothing to do with it.
You think I'm gonna fry for you,
He's
Lorna?
a crazy man. Shoot him. Shoot him, for God's sake!
It's too late, Sabo.
One on it here. You look spooked, Phelps. I thought you'd been under fire before.
It never gets any easier, Bukowski.
So, I give you a hit and run, you bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder. This is how a good detective operates, Phelps. You take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth. You got some sharp elbows on you, detective. I like that. Keep up the good work.